All right, Iowa, if you haven't got the memo yet, you should know it's pretty cold. I don't have to tell you that. But there's some interesting things I want to show you in this video, so stick around. Right off the bat, you can see our actual temperatures largely below zero except for far southeast Iowa. It's -2 here in Des Moines, and I was just out getting supper. Countered a person that was putting air in their tires, which I think is pretty painful even at like 18 degrees, let alone a wind chill of -22. Had another gentleman that his truck was dead after a 12-hour shift. Uh, so yeah, not great conditions out there. Please stay inside if you can. If you can avoid travel, even just going to the grocery store, put it off maybe till Wednesday. All this, National Weather Service has put together again another nice couple of tables for us to look at. Main points, our wind chills are going to be -25 to -35 overnight into the morning hours. Basically, the cold is going to last until about noon tomorrow, at least the extreme, dangerous cold. That's prompted a lot of schools to either cancel or have a 2-hour late start for their return from the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday today. Yeah, the worst spot looks to be Esterville, -36 as you wake up tomorrow morning. But yeah, the whole state's getting in on the pain here for the overnight. This has prompted what I think could be, don't quote me on this, but could be our first extreme cold warning. Now, these used to be wind chill warnings and wind chill advisories, but they've changed the verbiage here. So basically, the southern half of the state, with the exception of a few counties here, like Potawatomi, you're going to be in the cold weather advisory. Not that you should take this any lighter, but the worst wind chills are going to be in the northern half of the state, largely north of Highway 30, and that has prompted this extreme cold warning. Now, what's causing all this? As I've mentioned in prior videos, we have a very strong high pressure that's blocking any storms, blocking any return of warmth and moisture. You can see this activity down around the Gulf Coast, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But not a lot going on here in the midsection, and with high pressures, you have a clockwise rotation. So the air's moving this direction, so it's getting pulled down here out of the Canadian prairie where there's cold, dry air. Not only that, but with high pressure, you have sinking air. So the coldest air that's up higher in the atmosphere gets sucked down and spread out amongst the surface. So we're kind of getting hit with a double whammy here. There's one other thing, especially here in Iowa. This is infrared satellite. And you see kind of this movement, these little green specks, that's clouds. And you can see pretty much the state is clear, and that also leads to falling temperatures because whatever radiation was trapped by the Earth escapes and cools overnight. So, the other thing I want to point out that I found very interesting, typically the surface here is, black, and it is showing as purple and blue, which basically the satellite's being tricked by the surface, thinking that it's so cold that it's that we're under cloud cover, but we're not. I just thought that was very interesting, and I wanted to share with you here. Our overnight lows. This is not the wind chill, but the actual lows for the state through 6 a.m. at least, and that should be about our coldest period. Not good. Negative teens, negative single digits down there again around the southeast, and not much of a warm up during the day tomorrow. These are your highs: 12 in Des Moines, 8 in Burlington, 17 in Le Mars. You can see we're going to start to get a little bit of warmth out of the west here eventually. Yeah, even though the warnings and advisories may expire at noon tomorrow, treat the whole day as a cold one and into the overnight for your Tuesday. We do have at least a little bit of hope on the horizon for your Wednesday. Highs are expected to be around 30 degrees, and that will feel quite balmy compared to what we're experiencing at the moment. Finally, as I mentioned, I just wanted to call something out across the country here, something that is really probably a once-in-a-decade event. We have a major winter storm for those right there along and just outside of the Gulf Coast here. And this is for freezing rain, but also heavy snow. It is actually going to be snowing quite heavily in the Gulf of Mexico. Don't say that very often. So, those folks down there, I wish them the best of the luck because they are not prepared for this. They don't have snow plows. They don't have any ice treatment. They're just going to have to wait until it melts, which where they live shouldn't take too long. This cold will be out of here within a couple days. But in the meantime, these folks are largely going to be stuck at home down around the Gulf of Mexico. Or are we calling it the Gulf of America yet? Anyway, that's the Weathershed. I'm Clarence Smith. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.